Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He can run for it, and he will. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's fourth. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Here's Watson. Flush to his right. Open man. The tight end falls. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And just as you called it after the earlier sack, they set up the screen. A good convergence there.
Yeah, probably just a block or two away from making it work.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. To throw is Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Pass incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield and try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Go. Eat. Flag. Here we go. Jim.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Motion. Reset.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
6-6, bullet high. Great 57. Hey, orbit.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Watson with a give to Miller. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Watson. Completes it to Miller. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Here we go.
They're going for it. It's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the first down. I like how he just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Again, it's Watson. Being chased at. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Now Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Go. Gotcha. I got you. Check the backer, check the backer. Hang in there.
On first down, it's Sanders. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
555.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz caught by the tight end Ertz. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 41-yard line. Throwing on first is Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Mike, 55. Check. 46 down, man, 5-4.
Now Wentz. He's going to rifle one deep left. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Timmy Jernigan with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. And Watson's going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Ooh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Shift. 55 is my guy, 55. Get your swerve on. Here. Motion. Check. Shift.
Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Throwing now is Wentz. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. On the return, Carter. 12 yards on the return that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find it.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you You only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
We play to win. Let's go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Wentz on the give to Sanders. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Run. Turn up. Kill, turn up.
It's a jet sweep as they get this to Jackson, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Check. Banjo. Mike 55. Hey, Washington.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
We got this.
First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
It's now 2nd and 6. At the Eagles, 38.
From the 38, Watson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
It finds his target, Fuller. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. This is Miller. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a two-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
Bravo! Check, 55 to Mike. All right, T, let's take it. All right, T. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. 5'9", 5'9".
2nd and 5 now. Wentz, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Great 15, great 15.
And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back them up halfway. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
This 5-7. 55, Mike, guy, 55. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Mike 55, Mike 55.
From his end zone, it's Wentz on 3rd and long. He's going to let this go deep for... And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off at his own 47.
Reset, 19. Switch gears.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. A gain of 3, 2nd down. They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. From the 44, Watson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Miller. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down. A 1st down carry now for Miller. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Miller. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On 2nd and 9, Watson flush to his right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he is all the way up past the 25. And just as they thought they might be able to take that across and get the lead, a big red zone turnover.
I know that I am defense-centric, and I want to give them a whole lot of credit, but I just can't believe after that drive, in that position, ball security paramount, they turn the ball over. Terrible.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Howard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning.
Check 99! Check 99! Sunday! Check 55! Topper! Your track!
They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Watch the curve. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
On first down, they run with Howard. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front. That's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game and they know it helps their team.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Watch twist.
On the give, running right is Howard. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check. Mike 55.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The kick by Elliott is good. And thanks to his safety and 2 field goals, this is now an 8-0 game. And from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we've seen drive after drive come up empty for them, and they've yet to dent the scoreboard, yet still right in the middle of a one-score game.
So this is where you absolutely have to forget everything that's happened in your previous drives. They don't matter right now. You just mentioned it. One-score game. This drive here can erase all of what happened previously.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Watson now to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Going for it all. And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it's all going to come down to a 2-point conversion. Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this two-point conversion. One last throw here for Watson. That's caught at the 1. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. So 8-8 our score now as he'll send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Except for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run with Miller, and he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. They'll run. It's Miller. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Lamar Miller stopped short of the sticks. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Get that ball. Check. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Switch. Here. You. Mark 55. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you.
They run with Howard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Pick it up. Watch the twist. Hey, empty. Tight dog.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Howard. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a 1st down. And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here we go, D. 36. Slam. Watch out.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
120. In your face. He's coming. Double up. Kill. He's coming. Double up. Mike 41. General West. Let's go, defense.
They'll run with Sanders. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
this one is no good. He missed it. And that changes everything here in OT. So possible disaster there. It's an empty possession, and there's no worse time to have an empty possession than the first drive of overtime.
Yeah, and remember the situation now, Brandon. It's sudden death from here on out. You can bet he's begging for a chance to redeem himself. But the question now is, will that chance ever come?
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now it's Watson setting up the screen for Miller. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain. Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. It's complete. Stills. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. He may try and run for this. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Kaimi Fairbairn. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Philly.